my beautiful people. Long time no see. As you can tell by the room around me, my life is no longer my own, and that's okay. We're having fun with it, but we are doing a shell challenge today. If you stick around, I'm going to go over the shell challenge, and then I'm going to do like a life/channel update at the very end of the video. So if you stick around for that, that would be fantastic. I appreciate you very much. And yeah, we're doing a historical shell challenge, medieval to be specific. So if you're unfamiliar with the channel, we do the Ultimate Decades Challenge, and we are seriously lacking community lots and activities for our Sims to do in the medieval period. So we decided to do a shell challenge to get more community lots and more things for our Sims to do. So think maybe churches, places that we can gather, because right now we don't really have anywhere to go gather and have a good time. Medieval activities that can be done. We want to stay historically accurate. So really, there are only two main rules for this shell challenge. There's three main rules. One, historical. Medieval, they're not going to a club and dancing to music, at least not modern club. Two, don't mess with the exterior walls. I don't really care what you do inside. Don't mess with the exterior walls, or that defeats the whole purpose of the shell challenge. And let me tell you, these are some wonky buildings. just throwing it out there. And three, have fun. Surprise me. I am like fresh out of ideas for medieval things that we can do in The Sims. So yeah, just have fun with it. That's probably the number one rule. Depending on how many people enter this shell challenge, I'm going to give away 1 or up to 3 stuff packs. So we could have up to 3 winners, and then the winners would get to choose a stuff pack of their choice. The main reason I am doing this is because a while ago we did a giveaway and we were trying to get to 5,000 subs, and we did not meet that mark yet. And this was a long time ago, and I was going to give away a stuff pack at that time. I have not been able to do that. So I want to give away up to 3 of them if there are enough entries. Obviously, if only 3 people enter, then I could, but it kind of defeats the purpose of winning, right? But I want to give back to you all, and this is another opportunity for me to do that since we have not been able to meet the threshold for my first giveaway. One day we will, and at that time I will go back to all those entries and give that away as well. Stick around for the update towards the end of the video. For now, let's get into what our shell challenge looks like. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 shells to work with. We're going to use the hashtag Chic Shell Challenge, and we're aiming for community lots. The goal is to fill up Newcrest. I want it to have mostly community lots. There are 3 residential buildings here. 2 are empty. 1 has a family in it. And then, of course, we have our 3 shells here. I did them on several different size lots. You're welcome to use a bigger lot if you want to add outdoor things. That's fine. But this is kind of what we're working with here. My game is severely lacking community lots. For community lots, currently, we have a very bad restaurant. You're welcome to make restaurants. I hate this one. I would love a new one. We have a park, which I have filled with random activities, but I cannot host gatherings there or like club hangouts, which is really annoying. And then we have 1 tavern here that we built on stream together. So, and then I still have my half-built monastery. Don't ask questions, okay? It's fine. But Newcrest is the goal, so I would like to see us fill up or close to fill up this world. Number 1 is on a 40 by 30, and here is what she looks like. Did I intentionally make these just absolutely insane, crazy? Yes, I did. That is the whole point of a shell challenge, am I right? Remember, I don't care if you do interior walls, but leave the exterior walls the way that they are. Leave this open space here. And then, yeah, whatever you build out of this, fair game. Of course, when it comes to medieval, we are a little bit limited. What might be something good for this could possibly be a church, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, we could use a church. shell number 2 is currently on a 30 by 20. Here is this monstrosity. In the defense of this absolute uncanny building, it does sort of fit with medieval architecture. And yeah, we can work with it, I think. Now, my personal favorite is on a 20 by 15 lot. And there are some specific things I want to talk about with this one. Shell number 3 is interesting because it is surrounded by water. Because terrain in The Sims is so finicky, you're obviously going to have to mess with the terrain here. I don't care if you do. I don't care if you work on the bridge going across the water. I don't mind if you change that or if you shift things over if you need to. Whatever you need to do to make the terrain work and look okay. As you can see, it's still got rough edges and everything. I did not spend a lot of time on it. This is just the general idea. Let's try to stick with the general idea, but I do understand if things have to change with this particular shell. But this is shell number 3. All right, everyone, let's see your creations. Go ahead and upload those to hashtag Chic Shell Challenge on the gallery. And I'm probably going to give this at least a month, if not longer. You know how I am. Things move relatively slow around here. But let's say about a month, which would be the month of October, the very beginning of the month, sometime around there, I will start going through them, and it will take me some time to get a video out and everything. But if you upload something a little bit later into October, it might not be included but in the video, but I still might use it later kind of thing. So yeah, let's see. I can't wait to see what you all create. Hello everyone. I know the lighting here isn't ideal, but I wanted to be amongst my plants for this portion of the video where we're just going to be doing a little bit of updating about life in general. It's been a while. Normally we would do a lot of just talking about life during live streams. Obviously, live streams have not been happening, so it's a new era around here. Hi, buddy. It is a new era around here. Things have changed significantly with the foster care journey. We still have our foster placement, and it's looking like probably will still have our foster placement until like January. So it's been an incredible adjustment for us, and it's too hard for me as somebody who works full-time from home, especially. It's very, very hard for me to find time to live stream, and I apologize for not being able to live stream anymore because we had so much fun with it, and I love being around you guys and having that live discussion with all of you. Maybe one day we'll get back to it, but I can make no promises on that front right now. It's just not a possibility for us. I do have a list of things I want to talk about. So real quick, if you are not currently subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Here is a graphic showing the number of people who are subscribed versus not who watch my videos. I need to know that you are here and that you are enjoying it, and the subscriptions mean everything, honestly. It's an indication of how well we are doing, and I want to keep doing this, but it needs to be obvious to me that there are people out there. And I know, don't take offense, everyone who has been around forever, please don't take offense to that statement. It's just the reality of the whole thing. And the fewer engagements and subscriptions that you get on a channel, the less YouTube is going to show your content to new people. Wow, that's some frizz there. So yeah, if you are not currently subscribed, please hit that sub button. Along that same train of thought, because I am no longer live streaming, I think I'm going to do a channel membership program. Now, I don't have a lot of incentive to offer for something like this, but I think that it would allow people who want to further support the channel to do so. So I'm thinking maybe the only perk might be like a 24-hour early grace period, you know, to see new videos. Something like that. This is not something I'm going to do right now, but probably by the beginning of next year, we'll launch something like that. And that's just going to give people an easy way to support the channel before we would have subscriptions over on Twitch for our live streams. Obviously, we're not live streaming right now, so that's not something that we can do, but that would give people an opportunity to be recognized. You get special badges and stuff like you did over on Twitch, and you could do that on YouTube. So that's something that I'm thinking about doing. And I'm also considering a second channel. I've been thinking about this for a while for various different reasons, but I'm thinking of more like a lifestyle channel where I can talk about foster care, plants. I have a plant problem. I have always had a plant problem. However, since I have moved into this new house, it's just like completely out of control. I'm going to insert a clip of some, this is one room. I will insert a clip of one room. Plant problem. I love it though, but plants, horses, foster care, all of that kind of thing for people who want to stay up to date with what's going on in my life. And then that'll be a second place for us to also maybe post live streams or things if we ever get back into doing that, because like 3.5-hour live streams really screw with the system that YouTube has in place. Like, for them to decide if people are enjoying your content or not, when someone's watching a 3.5-hour video and they don't watch it all the way through, that's a negative. It's a whole thing, but I am considering doing that as well. My horse problems have continued, y'all. I think we've turned the corner. But on top of having this newborn baby who is now almost 5 months old, but on top of all of that, never being a parent before, definitely never caring for a newborn before. On top of all of that, my horse continued to have just some awful health problems. And in the middle of all of that happening, well, I should say before it really became an even bigger issue, I was trying to sell my other horse. When my primary horse is having health problems, it's like, I want to still ride. So I ended up not selling my second horse. And now we're going into winter and I'm not going to be able to sell her probably. People don't like buying horses in the wintertime for obvious reasons. So I still have 2 horses. I think it would have been significantly easier, A, if I only had 1 horse, and B, if I didn't have to be at the barn almost every single day to care for a horse with health problems. She is turning the corner on this. She's doing a heck of a lot better. Fingers crossed. They think she has an autoimmune disorder of some kind that's like attacking her own skin, basically. And right now, we have no skin flare-up at all. So, yeah. And I have a lot of exciting things in the works. Now, listen, it may not seem like it, but I have been working on content for the channel for the last, month. And I have some big surprises coming. So you all know I've been working on a fantasy spin-off of Ultimate Decades. I'm holding off on posting that until I have enough episodes done that I can just have them on auto post and they'll be regular and I don't have to worry if I start falling behind because life, right? So I don't want to post that one until I have a lot of them done. So it's going to be a minute. Hopefully by the beginning of next year, I will launch that series. And then I have a very, 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 very special new series coming out. I know. It's the last thing I need to do, but I was playing Not So Berry. Not So Berry really helped me get back into the game and helped me enjoy the game again. But I've already done Not So Berry. So it started to get stale for me relatively quickly because it's my second time doing Not So Berry. So I did kind of, with all this other stuff going on, Not So Berry kind of fell by the wayside. It is on pause right now. I've had people ask about it, but let's just be real for a second. It was not performing very well on the channel either. So unfortunately, it was driving down my metrics, which all of this is unfortunately something that we have to be thinking about. But I would like to bring Not So Berry back eventually. However, I really needed to reignite my passion for the game again. And Not So Berry really did that for me. So I actually fiddled around with a couple different challenges on my own time. And I was going to do the Joy of Life challenge. I thought about Sims in Bloom. I didn't try that one out at all, but I thought about it. And what I ended up landing on was the Whimsy Stories Legacy Expanded. And I have a big surprise for all of you because I brought back a deceased character to be the main character of this series. I am not going to tell you who it is, but yes, I have done that. So, and it's not going to be what you think because it's very out of the ordinary for me to choose this person to be the founder of the whole thing. Well, trust me, y'all are gonna love it. You're all gonna like it. And it is a very in-depth, very fun kind of challenge because it actually like gives you alternative endings and such based on how you perform and the things that you complete and all of that. So it's really fun. And I, again, am recording that one ahead as well so that I don't become overwhelmed. Ultimate Decades, I know you all want to be involved in that one so much. So I am not really filming it too far ahead because I don't want to get to a place where you all don't have any say in what's going on in the challenge. So that one, and it's a lot. That one takes me like a week to film and edit. It takes like a week. It's very in-depth and takes a lot of effort. So one other thing I just wanted to mention, if you all could go follow my TikTok, I would appreciate it. I believe I'm shadow banned. I'm starting to believe I'm shadow banned over on TikTok. And TikTok is incredible for growth. I was very successful on TikTok. If you're new to the channel and you missed it and you didn't watch the Ultimate Decades Challenge in the very first episode, the only reason I started a YouTube channel is because I got banned on TikTok. And I got banned on TikTok because my Sims woohooed. And obviously I created a new account, but it's linked to my same phone number. And I really, really think they shadow banned me. I really do. But that is currently where I'm posting all of my just general life things. And I actually have a ton of drafts in there that I just wasn't able to post about foster care and everything. Maybe I'll do like a compilation if I do start the second YouTube channel of all those things that I filmed throughout my foster care journey and everything like that. But yeah, I just can't seem to grow on TikTok now. And I really think that I'm shadow banned. So if you have TikTok, please go drop me a follow. I will link it down in the description below. Let's show TikTok that they're silly gooses, okay? Let's just show them. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much the main things. I've had some questions about foster care specifically. So if you want to hang around for that discussion, take a seat. Honestly, it's been an incredible journey for me personally so far. Obviously, it has been incredibly challenging and it's changed my life, but he has changed my life. He is the most incredible child and he is the happiest, sweetest, just loveliest baby. And of course, the doctors and everyone says us because we're awesome and we're taking such good care of him, but he is incredible. And I've had people ask me about, are you going to adopt him? And it's a reasonable question, I think, because a lot of people don't realize that the goal of foster care is always reunification. It's our job as foster parents to support reunification, to ensure we're doing all that we can to take care of that child and support those parents while they're going through a difficult time and help them get their children back. That said, we personally are licensed for both foster care and adoption. We have not set out with the goal of adopting a child. That said, obviously, if it's determined that the best thing for this child is to be adopted, I could not imagine a world where I would not step up into that role for this child. But as of right now, we are supporting reunification with the parents. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I think that I'm doing a very, very good job of fostering a meaningful relationship with the parents, especially mom. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that she's aware that her child is being loved and cared for, and that she's as involved as she can possibly be. And I make sure she's aware of every little milestone that she is unfortunately missing. And yeah, I thought that that would be more difficult than I am actually finding it to be. I guess it kind of comes naturally to me. I want to see them succeed, and I want what's best for the child. And in the eyes of the state and in my eyes as well, it's very important for children to be with their biological families, their biological siblings if they have them, be linked to their culture, have that connection to their culture if they're of a culture that I am not a part of. All of that, when you really research foster care and adoption and you're truly in it for the right reasons, all of those things are in the back of your mind at all times. Adoption can be highly traumatic, especially for older children. Being in foster care obviously is traumatic. And for any child, there's going to be trauma when you're moved around, which regardless of what happens, these children in foster care are being moved around, whether it's removed from their parents or removed from the foster home they've been in for years. And there's a lot of trauma around that. So when you are informed and when you really sit down and you really want to understand and you want to be the best that you can be, all of those things are on your mind. And then you realize that ultimately, as long as it's safe for the child to be with their family, they should be with their family. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you care for them, as long as they are safe, that is the most important thing. So for right now, the state has determined the safest place is here. And until that's no longer the case, we will be here and we will be the safe place. So that's essentially that. It's been amazing. My dogs have been incredible with this child. I was so nervous because they're not around kids. Well, I can't really say that. I have 2 nephews. But they're not exposed consistently to children. And it's like he's been here the whole time. And they're just incredible with him. They love him. Yeah. I think that that's everything. Rest assured, even though you may not be seeing a bunch of activity on the channel right this minute, it is coming and I have been working on it. I'm just trying to do things in a way that helps me to be more consistent, which means I'm withholding for now. Hopefully the new series will be out within, I don't know, a week or so. I do have Ultimate Decades to finish editing and that's going out as well. And the fantasy series will probably start going out at the first of the year. I think that's going to give me enough time to get the cushion that I feel like I need to be successful with that. And it's like a story series, and that editing takes even longer. So it's another reason why I'm withholding until I feel like I have enough backlog that if I do fall seriously behind, that it's not going to suffer from that. Am I forgetting anything else? Plants, if anybody's into plants, let me know. Let me know, because it's taken on a whole new life of its own. I think it's been very helpful for me going through a difficult time. And I mentioned it in the recording of the new Ultimate Decade series, but we actually lost a very close family member recently. And literally, like, the day after that happened, I got online and ordered like 8 plants. I don't know. It's been kind of therapeutic for me. It's out of control. I am selling some. I have someone coming on Thursday this week to buy some of them from me because I just have way too many. I have like 7, 8 spider plants and I just need to downsize. Like I'm getting into the collecting aspect of it. So like my duplicates, I feel like I just need to let them go. Let me know what you think about the idea of a second channel. I know it's not going to be something all of you are going to be interested in. You're here for gaming. You're here for The Sims. So I understand, but if it is something that you would be interested in, let me know down below, and have fun with the shell challenge. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I appreciate you more than you know. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscription button. And none of y'all are turning on your notification bell either. I can see all of this. I see it. Turn that bell on so you know when I'm posting updates. All right, I love you all so much. I will see you soon.